What is up, YouTube's Mountain Man Magic here, and we got our Rivals of Ixalan pre-release review video. In this video, we're just going to go over the cards we got in our pre-release kits, the decks we built out of it, kind of how the tournament went for us, review the other cards we didn't decide to play with, and kind of our thought process, and then end with opening up our prize packs over here. So, let's just jump right into it. These were the two pre-release cards that we got. My lady friend pulled Slaughter the Strong, which I think is a pretty awesome card in the right circumstance, and I pulled a Siege-Horn Ceratops, which I think in limited, especially if you can trigger the Enrage, can make this card pretty strong, but there's also so much removal in this block. Definitely wasn't one of the best cards, but they ended up both going into the lady friend's dinosaur deck, which we'll take a look at because this one's much more exciting. She pulled the Trapjaw Tyrant, which was almost an immediate like, hey, I think we're going to go into white. We got some good cards as well. I think white, from what we pulled at least, was the strongest color. She also pulled Ghalta, the Primal Hunger, which is just, I mean, as soon as she pulled this, I think it was like pack 1 or 2, she pulled it. I was like, yep, playing green. So her deck was pretty much solidified right away, especially with our promo cards lining up with it. I think green had some really great cards as well. The unfortunate part of it was we didn't get much ramp besides these things, which ended up being quite useful in the game, the 2 games that we played, which we'll get into more later. But overall, we didn't get the cards we wanted, and honestly, it would have been nice to play red, but who knows. Okay, now we're gonna look at my deck. I played black-white vampires because we got so much good black removal that you'll probably see once we go through the other cards too. And I think most of our rares that seemed playable were in black. So I think black was definitely the go-to. We'll go through the cards we didn't use. And blue was the other card I was debating on playing just because I really enjoy blue. But at the end of the day, it just seemed like white was going to be our best bet, especially to get creatures out early and help the dinosaur deck ramp up. So yeah, overall I was pretty happy with the decks. I didn't feel quite as confident in this pre-release as I did the other one. This doesn't have anything in it. Let's just review the other cards we pulled, and then you guys can yell at me about what cards I should have played or not played. Also, we got 2 different colored spin downs. But yeah, I mean, how did y'all's pre-release go? Did you guys do well? Were you happy with the cards you pulled? Saw some Reddit threads that the card stock quality was being complained about quite a bit, but I didn't. I mean, these cards seemed pretty decent to me. So this is me just going through the cards that we didn't play. Now, red we were kind of lacking. Like you can see, we only got literally 2 uncommons, 1 rare, and then, a bunch of decent commons in red. But it just didn't feel like the color was going to blend well, especially with the bombs we had in the other colors. I mean, white, I just think we pulled a lot of good cards, and I think in black we pulled. Now here's blue. Blue was the one I was definitely on the fence about playing in mine, doing black-blue instead of black-white. I mean, I got 2 of these. These are so good. But there's just something about the white vampire combos that I thought could really help and work out well for us. But in hindsight, I mean, it couldn't have gone any worse than we did. I guess I'll just say it. So we played the 1 round, and we lost that round by 1 turn. We had them dead the next turn, and they top-decked the white enchantment that gives you +1/+1 in lifelink. And they already had out the, the blue-green enchantment that once it transforms, you give target creature +X/+X in flying, where X is equal to their power. So they essentially had a 10/10 flying lifelink every turn, and we just couldn't deal with it. Hexproof. It was also one of the annoying hexproof merfolk. The lady friend also pulled a foil rare because she's lucky like that. But black, you can see, I mean, black we just had so much removal that it seemed pretty ridiculous to not play it, especially with all the rare vampire cards we got. The bummer was that we didn't get the Vampire Lord, so we didn't have quite the synergies that we would have liked. But overall, it was just a pretty solid card. Another dumb move on my part was not playing this card, because I honestly just ran out of time trying to figure out what to play. So clearly my skills, or I guess my skills are quite well polished and you can learn a lot from me, not. But just looking back, I mean, we had this in one game and then we took it out because we want to get rid of enchantment removal, because the enchantment removal just seemed quintessential, or else you were just going to lose. I mean, it cost us both our games, really. Legion Conquistador, I would have played these if I had at least 3. I didn't want to play with just 2. Just didn't really fit well with the other cards I thought were working. But you can see in green, we got some decent green cards. Hunt the Weak, we took that out just because we're bad at this game. And we were just between getting more creatures in, getting more removal for enchantments in. It was just tough. It was definitely tough. Tough decisions were made. Maybe not the most optimal ones, but it was still a lot of fun. The store we go to is Game Pulse in Rexburg. And I mean, they just have a lot of really chill, nice people. They remind me a lot of why I miss going to my local game store, because of how friendly, welcoming. Everyone's just there having fun, whether you're winning or losing. People are pretty laid back, which I enjoy more so than the over-the-top competitiveness. But how our tournament went, we lost the first game, nail biter, to the people that ended up winning the tournament, going 3-0. Round 2, we got a bye, which was kind of boring and unfortunate. And then round 3, we played against 2 really cool guys, but I got mana screwed and started with a pretty optimal hand, 3 mana, 4 cards, had a good curve out to 2, 3, 4. But I didn't draw my 4th land till turn 5, and they had vampire tokens and merfolk, same as the first round that we played against. And even though we had removal, we had answers for them, just never could really catch up once I had those 3 or 4 turns of really doing nothing. It was kind of frustrating, but again, they were really cool. The really nice thing, too, of why we got prize packs is the store gave everyone that played at least 2 packs. I don't know if that's normal or not. And then the people that we lost the first round to, which I don't know if they're going to see this video, but maybe if I can get up to like 19,000 subscribers, they'd see it. But they gave us 2 of their prize packs of like the 16 or 10, or I don't know how many packs they got, but they got a good chunk. And they were just super cool, nice guys, and they gave me and my girlfriend 2 packs, and I was really just humbled, and that was just a super nice thing. So as they walked out, I couldn't really get their names, but hopefully we'll see them in the next pre-release, wherever you guys are. Congrats on your win. Thanks for the cards. But yeah, overall, I mean, the pre-release was still a lot of fun. We took a couple friends with us. They won a game. I think they went 1-2 overall. They did a green-red dinosaur deck, and I think a black-white vampires as well. I think every team that we played against had a black-white vampires deck, and then the other deck was kind of the one that was up in the air. I don't know if there was a single 2-headed giant team that didn't have a black-white vampires deck. But yeah, as you guys could probably see, if you had any comments about what could have been done differently in the decks, I'd love to hear it. I think we definitely learned that we didn't do the most optimal thing, but sometimes you win some, you lose some. But yeah, let's move on to the packs and see what we got, shall we? Dun, 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 dun. These cards do feel a little thinner, just like a little bit on the slimmer side. I don't know if anyone else, I mean, Reddit was like blowing up about how bad the card quality was, which was unfortunate. Mausoleum Harpy, nice. Forerunner of the Empire, okay. Raging Regisaur, nice. And our rare is a Vona's Hunger. What do you do? Okay, for 2 and a black, you ascend. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. If you have the City's Blessing instead, each opponent sacrifices half the creatures he or she controls rounded up. Man, I wish I had that during the tournament. That's awesome. That's an awesome card. Don't you think? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, the removal in black is just ridiculous in this set. Dinosaurs cost 2 less. Alright, alright. I was actually surprised there wasn't as many flying creatures, especially like during the spoilers. I felt it was like every deck was going to have a majority of flyers, but nope, that was not the case. This card, almost won us the game, the first game, if we didn't just get beat out by top decks. But to make each opponent discard 2 cards, and if you control a vampire, then they lose 4 life and 2-headed giant, 2 life. I mean, because I played this turn 3 in our first game, and it got us basically a 3-card advantage and a life boost. I mean, this card darn near won us the game. Alright, and then a Deep-Root Elite is our rare. For 1 and a green, you get a 1/1. Whenever another merfolk enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target merfolk you control. Oh, so you can dole it out. Doesn't have to be just on that one. Not bad, not bad. Oh, dropping it. Okay. What do we got? This is just who did this? Suzanne Helmine. That's focus. That's some pretty sweet artwork. I mean, them horns be glowing, no doubt. And this is a cool card because it triggers Enrage, gives your dinosaur trample, which is what like every big dinosaur needs. This card seemed to do pretty well in limited. All pirates getting +2/+0. Daring Buccaneer and okay. This is just okay. And then we got a flip card. Okay, Profane Procession. So the one we lost to was the green-blue of this version, kind of legendary enchantment. What does this one do? For 3 white and black, exile target. Wow. Okay, then if there are 3 or more cards exiled with this, transform it. You can add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool or pay 4, tap it. Wow. Put a creature card exiled with this permanent onto the battlefield under your control. So it gives you access to removal and then gives you access to playing the monster creatures that you removed with it. That seems like a pretty solid card. That would have been nice to have during the tournament for sure. Although them hexproof merfolk are quite the pain to deal with. Alright, let's see if our 4th pack can bring it home for us. Aggressive Urge. Yeah, that's cool artwork. That does not look tasty. But hey, if that little big old dinosaur thing's having a great day, then who am I to judge, Strength of the Pack, that's a sweet card. Reaver Ambush. And our rare is Captain's Hook. For 3, equipped creature gets +2/+0, has menace, and is a pirate in addition to its other creature types. When it becomes unattached from a permanent, destroy that permanent. What? Equip 1, interesting. And a City's Blessing. Alright, well hey, I had an awesome time at the pre-release. I still think pre-releases are by far the best event Wizards puts on. They're always a good time. People are always having a good time at them. It's always fun to play with new cards. And, I hope y'all had a great pre-release. I appreciate y'all watching the video. If you have any other feedback, please let me know. If you want to subscribe, you're going to make my day. I'm going to be super happy about it. Or like the video. And I'm just going to keep trying to put out some good content for y'all to keep watching. Here's to a great 2018. And, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace.